Anywhere, I don't,
Sun.
anywhere with a beach,
Quite right.
a nice golden beach.
Oh, go on, paint that picture. Listen, the very best of luck. What a big break. Is it your first is it your first grandchild?
No, I've got 4 boys.
Oh, have you?
And I think this is another boy.
Oh, is it? What's the matter? You can't do girls in your family?
No, we don't do girls at the moment.
Girls, take care, and
Yeah.
thank you very much indeed. The very best of luck to your daughter, who is 9 months pregnant with COVID. A worrying time. Norma's in Barnet, North London. Hello, Norma.
Yes, good morning. I'd like to point out, my son is disabled. He's in a nursing home. I go to see him every day, go through the garden and see him through 2 thicknesses of grass. I wrap up in a big blanket. But Christmas Day, there was an ambulance there, and when I came out to the front, there was a paramedic. I asked her if she'd been injected, and she said no. I said, have you been informed when? She said, no, not yet, I'm only young. Nor the care staff. But I understood that they were preference to the 80-year-old. Why are 80-year-olds who can self-isolate and not the care staff and the paramedics being done? It's wrong. It's supposedly they have preferential treatment, but they're not getting it. I don't want Nick Hancock coming on television in a fortnight's time saying, oh God, if only we'd known. I'm making them aware of it now, but they don't seem to be taking any notice of it.
And not enough people in care homes have been vaccinated. It has been a remarkably low amount.
The actual people, like my son,
Yes.
he has self-isolated because he hasn't been out since March. So long as the people that are coming into the home are okay, then they've got to be okay. That's why I'm saying it's not as important for the actual residents of the nursing homes as the people that are visiting.
Moving between facilities, quite right. I understand that, and I hope it's
quickly. Going through COVID, I had COVID on 11th November. I suffered really badly. But I'd like to just tell the people, please, this is a horrible, horrible thing. Don't waste any of the time. Keep safe. Keep very safe. Keep at home. And try not to do anything to get vaccinated.
that could happen quite soon. The Oxford AstraZeneca jab should be approved either today or this week, and it cannot. That's it for me. Thank you so much for your company this morning. I'll do it all again tomorrow between 7 and 10, covering for Nick this week. But really appreciate all your stories and you taking the time to pick up. Really, very, very good. 9:59 is the time. Coming up at 1 o'clock, it's Sheila Fennerty. And next on LBC, if he's sort of... Are you ready? I'm hearing you shuffling. How are you, mate?
I can talk and shuffle.
Cheers, mate.
Well, thank you very much, Andrew. Coming up, Sir Keir Starmer is engaged in a last-ditch attempt to persuade his MPs to back the government's Brexit deal as he faces up to half a dozen front bench resignations. So should Labour's MPs be mandated? They haven't even read yet. Before that, keeping schools open. That's what some Tory MPs are advising the Prime Minister, so should schools reopen in the new year? But first up, senior doctors have warned that the NHS is in danger of being overwhelmed with the number of coronavirus patients in hospital that's about to exceed the peak of the first wave. Do we need to head into yet another national lockdown?
On your radio, on Global Player, and
Play LBC.
leading Britain's conversation. This is LBC.
From Global's newsroom at 10 o'clock. COVID-19 hospital admissions across a level not seen since the first peak in April. Figures show more than 21,000. The London Ambulance Service says it's had one of its busiest days ever over the weekend, with a 45% increase in call-outs. And one health board in Wales has issued an urgent appeal for students to help treat patients. GP Dr Sarah Jarvis says it is worrying.
A number of cases in Wales which have consistently been for the last 10 days or so above 1,000, but now in Brentwood we've got almost 1,500, Epping Forest 1,450, Thurrock 1,374.
Officials from Downing Street and the Department for Education are meeting later to confirm the staggered opening of secondary schools next month. Earlier this month, the government said exam year students will go back to school as normal after the Christmas holidays, but the majority of secondary school pupils would start the term online to allow head teachers to roll out mass testing of children and staff. Primary school pupils and key worker children will also return in the first week. Businesses are being warned it's their last chance to prepare for substantial changes, especially at the border from January the 1st. The European Parliament will scrutinise the Christmas Eve trade deal later. It's then likely to be passed in the Commons on Wednesday. Cabinet Minister Michael Gove is acknowledging caused some disruption though.
The things that is great about this free trade deal is that we don't have tariffs, we don't have quotas, but it's also the case that Brexit means, as well as new opportunity, outside the customs union, there are procedures